month's topic is about intra-trade in Africa, and the intra-trade, the level of intra-trade in Africa is the lowest among other continents. We have less or hardly 10% of trade in Africa that is made of the trade between African countries. The question we want to ask our entrepreneurs today is how can we as African diaspora member and entrepreneurs contribute to increase or contribute to the improvement about this level of intra-trade in Africa. We're going to ask our entrepreneurs today this question about the obstacles. What are the obstacles that you encounter on a daily basis as an entrepreneur when it comes to trading with Africa or trading among the diaspora? Maybe we can ask Remy to start. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, well, the main obstacle for me is trust. And what I mean in terms of being able to trust maybe somebody that isn't in the UK, maybe someone from Africa, and so because you're not there, so you don't actually know what's happening on the other side of the ocean. So that's an obstacle, I would say, and also being able to leave yourself vulnerable to actually step out of your own cocoon and say, okay, look, let me see if I can actually branch out into something I wouldn't normally do, and see if I can reach out to the outside world. And then and also one thing I find is that in my own experience, I find that Africans, we don't like to we're not very together. We don't like to do things together. That's from my own experience. We like to say, oh, it's my own thing, and it's my own standard, and I don't want anybody else to steal my idea. I don't know if anybody feels the same.
So what do you mean by trust? Like trusting, like in terms of the person. Who are you talking about trusting, like the consumer or another business person?
Yeah, maybe you're trying to connect with another business person, but you don't really know the objective of that business person. You don't know if they're trying to, I don't want to use the word swindle because it sounds a bit harsh, but you don't know if they're trying to play a fast one on you. Because especially if you've never done anything like that before, you've never had any experience. And for me personally, I don't really know who to ask, because then it's like a closed book. Nobody really wants to open up unless they actually know definitely what you're trying to do.
So these are these people that you've met, or is people that you know?
Basically people that have contacted me maybe through Facebook
or social media.
So it's just that taking that step and saying, okay, yes, I'm ready to do business with you, because you're not really sure.
Because that's the opposite I found in like all of my contacts now are African, they're all Ghanaian, some Nigerian. Someone's started to sell my products already in Ghana. So I thought it would be a bit, but I found that people are, touch wood, relatively trustworthy. It's just getting into conversations with them and finding out, like you said, what is their agenda, what's their vision and stuff like that. Because that's what I did a little bit of research before, finding out about who they are first.
I suppose it's about establishing who is trustworthy and also finding out about people's reputations. And I was just going to ask you, how did you actually find out who to trust?
Well, it was.
Did you take?
I set up my Facebook page, which is called Ghanaians in Cosmetics and Beauty, and people in the room are also on the page.
Yes.
I had a couple of people I already knew on the page, and then they introduced, because it's like a closed kind of page thing, so they introduced me to some others and I invited them on and we discussed things on the page. And then I found some YouTube pages of people talking about natural hair and stuff. And then somehow we got in touch. I don't know what. It was like this synergy thing. Just somehow, I can't even remember how it happened, but somehow we just got in touch. And then I was just talking to a girl, and she was like, "Oh, my friend, she's also doing a natural hair thing. Talk to her. Would you like to use our? Would you like for us to sell your products and stuff?" So we got talking for like a month or so before it's already been, now it's established. And I did an interview with her, so it's not, 1 minute. I don't know. She said, "Oh, can I sell your products?" And it happened. It's been a lengthy process so far.
Building the relationship.
Yeah.
So it seems as if that's the key then. It's
just
actually
maybe building a relationship before actually going into.
I mean, I haven't had any sort of direct links working with organisations from the African continent. I've worked within the diaspora, and I suppose it's been mainly about who you know, word of mouth, people actually recommending people that they've worked with. So I know we've been, when I, for example, wanted to do work on my home and build work, I've relied on reliable sources to recommend somebody to me. So I suppose it's knowing what somebody's done, what they've produced, and then that person recommending them to you. So that the person, for example, who was doing building work with me on my home, he said he doesn't really advertise much. He makes sure that his work is of a high quality so that people can recommend him, and also that there's no sort of fallback, and people don't have to ask him to come back to repair fees. So it's all about the quality, and apart from word of mouth, how can I really utilise social networking, social media to reach my target audience? So it's I suppose it's actually, sometimes the obstacles can be within ourselves and our mindset, and we have to just really take chances and just think, right, you know what, I've got to either just, like you were saying, get finances or find the finances or tap into my savings to produce publicity, and the things I need to do, build a website, etc. So it's marketing and ensuring that people actually know and hear about the services.
On the subject of Facebook and Twitter, I think it's a very, even though Facebook now they're very clever with the way because they now realize that lots of businesses use their social networking media for advertising and everything. But it's still a very good tool, but at the same time it's a double-edged sword. Like, for example, with me, when I used to take pictures and I put my stuff on Facebook, I didn't used to watermark my product. So someone would use that picture and use it as an advert, and all they had to do was mass produce it and use my picture. So what I've resorted to doing is watermarking my pictures.
So people were saying it was theirs?
Yeah, that they did it. So it really used to bother me, but obviously it's expected. It's especially in the age we're living in now, it's expected. So once it's watermarked, then I know it's okay. So, but notwithstanding, I still use, like Patricia, I use Facebook and Twitter as well, because
To overcome.
Yeah.